Mm-hmm. Hello. It's Nürburgring 24 time next week. Hence, I'm going to get all the off tracks out of the way now. You have to brake earlier than you think, and yeah, at least with this amount of fuel you do. So all I'm doing is I'm going round and round in circles. That's it. Getting myself back used to the car and the track again. So I haven't driven this car since Bathurst, and I haven't driven this track since the oh god, we did a 6 hour here, didn't we? But we also did a bunch of short races where I was fighting Nick a lot of the time. But that was in a GTE, not a GT3. Oh yeah. Isn't every race a death race though? Eee. Like, when do we ever not have a death race? Oh, that front left came up to temperature quickly. Probably a good thing. Speaking of death races, Imola was fun. In the real world, I mean. Is not so much fun on a car with 120 litres of fuel in it. Yeah, this car's going to go through 120 litres of fuel per, oh god, an hour? Also, it strangely likes to spin in that corner. I've learned that much already. Bravery corner coming up. Definitely take more speed through there, but I don't fancy it right now. Yeah, I just am so sorry for Sergio Perez today. Like, that was just an awful day for him. Especially after yesterday, where he got himself into the front row of the grid for the first time ever, and then he just bottles it all on his own several times in the race. Like, the poor guy. I mean, it was all his own fault, obviously, but just the poor guy. Like, he's under so much pressure at the moment as well, because he's in one of, if not the fastest car on the grid. And he has a 1-year contract, and there are like maybe 5 or 6 Red Bull rookies or junior drivers who are looking to get his seat. It's not as if Red Bull's lacking from a talent pool to dip into, so he really needed to show them that he could get them that consistent second driver result today, and he absolutely did not. Bottas, meanwhile, was also having a terrible day. A really terrible day. Like, even before the incident, he started, what, P8 and dropped to 9? Yeah, let's try this. How's it going to work? There we go, it worked. Da, 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 da. So I don't get any last sector relative because last time I was in the pits. Yeah, like... I'm a bit of a Sergio Perez fan, and today was not a good day. Lando Norris, though. Like, he's on fire at the moment. So what we're aiming for is 8-minute 30s. We currently have full fuel on. So one of my teammates has been doing 825s, so I want to be in that sort of region. Unfortunately, none of the current series are running GT3s at the Nürburgring, at the Nordschleife, which is awkward because, well, because I can't do any race practice. I can only do driving round practice. I could do race practice, but only in a GTE. Oh, off track, okay. tyres are nicely switched on now though. Do not have GTE levels of downforce. No, my teammate was complaining that he has to keep going down into first in N24. And I'm not sure I go down into first anywhere at all on the track except the carousel. So I'm hoping that maybe I've got a fair feel for the track already. But it's very hard to know without any direct comparison. It could just be that he had rubbish track state in his sessions. Apparently he was having trouble getting the car to rotate without getting into first gear. I haven't been having trouble getting this car to rotate, quite the opposite sometimes. Hello. I'm trying to remember which bit is out in a forced, but I can't think of anywhere that I actually go down into first gear. Except the carousel. Like, even there, you can easily carry second. Oh yeah, and the elbow at the bottom of this hill. First gear through there as well, obviously. Doing a Russell. Yeah, Ben just seems to have gone silent, which is a bit annoying. I mean, it's fine if he's found other people to drive with. It's just the going silent which is annoying. Though... Oh god, Daryl, one of those. Which one was he? The guy we had in the Le Mans 24. Yeah, he's just been complete radio silence as well. That's the one, Daryl. Sometimes go for first there. Though that was all sorts of messy, admittedly. Faster, apparently. Oh, what, for getting it into a lower split? I'm really pleased that I've been maintaining 2.1k, though. That's possibly just because I've basically only been doing endurance events now. I've basically stopped doing sprint races, aside from the ones leading up to the Enduros. I think it's possibly a better way of doing it, because basically the sprint races that I do, like, I care about the Enduros, and I'm doing the sprint races to get ready for the Enduros, so I kind of got that in the back of my mind. So I think that makes me smoother. don't think we need third there really. I think that the upshift just unsettles it.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
Yeah, basically I only do iRacing for the for enduros at tracks I care about and for special events, which is why it sucks so much that that the Le Mans 24 isn't happening, because that's basically why I signed up in the first place. No, I think it's why quite a lot of us signed up in the first place. Like, I understand, like, stopping sponsoring a series because you're making your own game with it. Yeah, oh god, is it the ACO? The organisation that runs the Le Mans series. Basically, they have entered an agreement to basically, I think, with the devs of R Factor, make their own game like ACC. And they're not allowing anyone who has an official Le Mans 24 track license to run Le Mans 24 events. Which sucks, because they're not providing an alternative. Like, sure, stopping other people from running Le Mans 24 events because you have another official partner is a bit shitty, but yeah, sure, okay. But not providing an alternative? Like, don't stop people from doing it without providing an alternative, you know? Like, there's like 5,000, 6,000 people who do it every year in iRacing. And they've just made an enemy of every one of them. I mean, if they release a game like ACC with an official Le Mans 24 and it's good, then I'll buy it and I'll drive it. But at the moment they haven't. So, like, what's the alternative? Where are we meant to go? Where's the mass market entry to Le Mans supposed to happen? Because the thing about the iRacing event is the sheer scale of it. I know we complain about it, but and how they run it, but on the whole, iRacing is better at delivering big competitions to thousands of people than anyone else is. Like, R Factor ran the official one last year, basically because they had more modern cars. Yeah. Anyway. Bit shitty, but there you go. Yeah. I mean, there's still Daytona and Sebring and Spa and the Nordschleife, so you know, it's not as if I'm going to stop playing iRacing. There's still plenty of events I care about. I am so bad at the Glen. Like, I think that was the worst enduro that I've ever done. Oh, sorry, shit, no, it's not the Glen, is it? It's, no, that's not what I'm thinking of. It was Petit Le Mans that I was so shit at. Sorry. I can't even remember what else happened in that race. I just remember this point where I was following one of the GTs. Oh, fuck. See, I started thinking about PLM, and I immediately lost focus. I just remember this point where I was coming up over the back of the hill following a GT, and I just pushed them around like I just didn't slow down for them. It was, yeah. I think that's possibly my lowest point in an enduro. I mean, I guess I could do... See, I'm kind of less annoyed about Sebring because it wasn't my fault. Bad lick. Oh boy, I'm not managing to stretch my left foot out far enough. Bad lick. Okay, I want an actual race to do, I don't just want to go round and round, but there aren't any... Oh fuck it, I'm gonna do a GTE race. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be crap practice for the GT3s because I'm gonna start thinking about driving GT. But, like... Oh, actually, race... Shall I drive... Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Oh dear. Bad idea. Do you have the... Yeah, Monza was... I mean, your steering wheel's gonna die on us again, obviously. Like, that's just a given at this point. It's just whether it dies at a point where it sends us into the wall for an hour of engine repairs, or if it dies on a nice wide bit where we can just tow back to the pits. You know how you got yourself a fancy new set of pedals recently? Feel like you might need to get yourself a fancy new wheel as well. Oh, what the like your wheel connected by USB, or is it connected to the wheel? Oh, sorry, are the pedals connected by USB, or are they connected to the wheelbase? Ah. Uh-oh. Is the power cutting out to them or something? I assume you've tried every USB port under the sun. Like, I'm pretty sure we've been through everything possible. I'll load this up and I'll... This is a terrible idea. This is a terrible, terrible idea. This is going to lose me I rating. This is going to lose me safety rating. Right, let's just have a look at my I rating right now so we can rip to it later. 2176. 4.79 safety rating to start with. I reckon that I'm going to be in rookies by the end of this race. Intermittent faults are the best faults. I wonder if we should get like a Team VRS subscription so we can get the VRS setups. I reckon the Monza setup will be perfect. Hey, the last setup is still valid. Try it. Brake bias. This is going to be a terrible, terrible idea. Oh yeah, I put it this livery. I don't know what you think of this livery. I'm quite pleased. It might be a bit too obscure a reference to base the entire livery around. I'm disappointed that Leon didn't mention this. Like, do you know how put out I am? Like, this is all for him. But the amount of effort I put in to get these logos straight on the inside of here, the mapping here is not straight. I'm pretty pleased with this. Say goodbye to surfaces. The Twitch shit. Yep. And the always give up. Had to squeeze in always up. Yep, only the best. I put effort into this. I put thought and effort in. Oh god, it's this layout. How the fuck do you LMP2 on this layout? Oh, it's rotatey. This is a rotatey setup. Why are all the CSS setups for this thing so rotatey? Either that or it's just because I was just driving a front-engine GT3. Ooh. Nope, it is rotatey. Oh no, this is just the normal Nürburgring, isn't it? Not the Nordschleife. Boring. 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 No. Boring. Not interested. No. Back to trundling around. Yeah, they're both at Grand Prix. Ah. Like, nobody driving. I think this tells you, like, that iRacing doesn't quite understand their audience. The IR01. Like, it's not a real car. Like, the only reason people are driving iRacing is to race real cars. Not here to race fake cars that are really expensive and hard to drive. Like, nobody's interested in that. I don't know why they really thought that they would. No, it's it's GT's prototypes. Things. Prototypes, NASCARs. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Fast Formula cars were already unpopular in iRacing. And then they decided, you know what? It is actually. They picked the right one, they're going with the wrong map. But yeah, like, fast Formula cars are already unpopular in iRacing. Why is making a fake one that's harder to drive going to make... I don't know. Just somebody who doesn't understand their audience thought it was a good idea. Yeah. I can see what they were kind of going for because you know how popular the oh god, what do they call them in, you know, the stupidly fast things in Gran Turismo, like, which they use for sort of the pro league. I think they were thinking of doing something similar to that, and they kind of wanted like it to be a Dallara iRacing Hot Possible series thing, and like just nobody cares. Nobody's going to care. Right, I am going to do a full tank of fuel. Have I got a full tank? Yes, I have. Have I got a legal setup? Now I have. Oh yeah. I mean, I'd rather do this than an hour of driving around driving around the Nürburgring GP circuit. I'm just not a big fan of the Nürburgring GP circuit, except for when it's a part of the Nordschleife. Like, I sort of do it to get onto the Nordschleife. Otherwise, I just don't really care about the GP circuit. Meanwhile, have I talked about my simulator yet? Have I mentioned that at all? Yeah, it's just a bit understeery and there's some annoying off tracks. No. Like yeah, every corner, you're basically just waiting for the front end to do something. And then there's here, where there's this off track here. Like, that's an off track. That was a deliberate demonstration. I hate that off track. That is not a braking zone. We did do a 6 hours of the Nordschleife, didn't we? What did we do in it? Because I remember the practice races we did leading up to it, because we were both in them a lot of the time. I don't remember how the race itself went. I imagine we crashed into the walls at some point. Okay. Just my memory is just... I'm very good at remembering very specific things. Oh, did you see the, probably mentioned this before, but did you see the Fanatec April Fool's joke? I probably talked about this in the 6 hours of Monza, didn't I? Oh, well, their April Fool's joke was that they were making a direct drive 0.5 for 260 euros, which would be a small direct drive wheel to replace the CSL Elite and the Club Sport. And it's just this normal, very typically German corporate thing of we will do an April Fool's joke by pretending that we're going to do something that a lot of people actually want us to do and making it look very reasonable and then not doing it. And it's just... Germany... Stop it. Stop it with your German humour. Ah, you wanted this very reasonable product, but you are the fools. Oh, I would buy it in a heartbeat. If there was a Fanatec 0.5 available for about £500, then I would just buy it immediately. That's exactly what I want. I want the responsiveness of a direct drive wheel, but I want it in a reasonable size, for a reasonable price, and with an amount of torque that won't break my desk in two. Yeah, if they just offered like a... I mean, the thing is, right, the DD1 and the DD2, both of them, out of the box, operate in a low torque mode. And you can accept a warning in order to turn it onto high torque mode. But why not just make a direct drive wheel that only does low torque mode, you know? Yeah, exactly. But why not just make one that only does low torque mode? Eh? It could share the it could share the encoders and everything with its bigger brothers, but just use a smaller motor. It would be wonderful. It would absolutely dominate the mid-range market, I would think. I just want a low enough... I want it to come with a desk mount. I want it to have somewhere in the 7 Newton meters range of torque. Well, that's why I said 500 instead of 350. And remember that they said 360 euros, which is like $450 or something. Bonk. Currency conversions and fast corners don't go well together. Well, the thing with the direct drive wheel is there's a lot less hardware in it. Like, you don't need pulleys and bearings and belts and things, and you don't need to assemble them all with a skilled technician. You just take a motor, slap an encoder on one end of it, and a hub on the other end of it, and have fun. Yeah, I'd happily buy it for that price. Like, I have money coming in now because of the projects I've been working on, so I do actually have some disposable income. Don't seem to be down on top speed after the bonk. And the steering feels fine as well. Oh, iRacing put out an official warning that the front end of this car, where if you're running soft suspension, you can break the front end of the car on the fluke flats. Yeah, I would instantly buy that. Like, that much money for a direct drive wheel, and to be a part of the Fanatec ecosystem. And it would be sensible to replace the CSW with it as well, because the CSW is kind of an awkward... yeah, exactly. The CSW is at kind of an awkward place right now, because, like, it's not... It's better than the... It's better than the CSL Elite. But for Elite owners, it's kind of not worth upgrading, really. Because it's not that much better, and it's still a belt drive wheel, so by the time you've... if you want something better than a CSL, you should probably get the... you should probably step straight up to a direct drive. I hate that off-track too. Fortunately, it only comes around once every 8 minutes. So even if I get it every lap, I'm probably still fine. Plus this track's pretty much free safety rating. Yeah, but there's, even though it's that much more, like, there's not really, well, exactly. Like, if you have a CSL, then there's no point stepping up to the CSW because it's not much better for more money, and you're not going to step up to a direct drive wheel because it's, while it's a lot better, it's a lot more money. Yeah, I'd buy a I would buy a DD.5 in a heartbeat. Groundtech, if you're listening. I mean, part of me is hoping that they put it out there to sort of test the reaction to it and see if it was the kind of thing people actually wanted. And if people want it, then go ahead with production. Like, dip a toe in the water. See if it's the kind of thing people want. My time is up on this city lap. Oh god. I rustled it. What, my time is up? Ooh. I'm going fast. Crunch. That's going to be Russell's thing now, isn't it? Like, I smell points. He's just allergic to them. Yeah. I mean, like, the thing everyone's talking about is Russell's crash with Bottas. And Russell was right out of order after the crash. Like, he was being so aggressive. And it was his fault in the first place. But the thing that nobody's talking about is the fact that Bottas had started P8 in the Mercedes and had fallen down to P9. I don't think Toto is going to be very happy with either of them today. Yes, I think Toto said afterwards that he thinks Russell's a bit too keen to get in the Mercedes. Well, going off this season so far, unless he cools his head a bit, then he probably shouldn't just yet. I mean, I don't think he can go alongside Bottas now after that happening, because, like, they do not want another Hamilton-Rosberg. Like, Hamilton and Bottas have just such a good working relation. Like, Bottas isn't particularly quick, but he generally gets the results that they need. Though not today. And he doesn't get in Hamilton's way or try to fight him. And I'm pretty sure Russell would. Because, you know, he's young and he's got a lot to prove. I feel like Russell might need to spend a little bit more time in different... But we'll see by the end of this season, though. But come on, he was so close to points today. Oh god. Well, the fact that Hamilton crashed while trying to shut up. The fact that Hamilton crashed while trying to get around a blue flagged Russell has probably also left a bit of a sour taste in the mouth. Russell be like, Mercedes, you sabotaged me, now I sabotage you. Hello. Mitch on Twitch or Metch on Twitch? I am driving round in a circle. A very large circle. A very large, very squiggly circle, yes. All on my own. While complaining about things. The world's squiggliest circle, yep. That's their new tagline. Komm ins Nürburgring. The world's squiggliest circle. Question of what this is. Yep. Now I'm getting ready for the 24 in the Bimmer. The Bimmer, which, according to iRacing, you can destroy the nose on if you're running too soft suspension certain parts of the track. But it's not as if this is the kind of track that needs soft suspension or anything, you know? I reckon the hardest of suspension is what you need here. Looking at off the corner. I'm just going to leave it in third all the way through, I reckon. I think I might be able to leave it in fourth here as well. So why the porker? Oh, you know what's a shame? No MX-5s. Like, is it really the N24 without MX-5s? Also, I'm not sure we'll be in an all GT3 split, you know, because, like, all of us have improved our I ratings this year. Like last year, this time last year, I was 1.4k? down 2.1k. Like when I started with you lot, I was 1.6k-ish, 1.7, something like that. And I spent a long time hovering around 1.8. And this year I've climbed my way up to 2.1. I'm still not particularly fast, I just have a habit of finishing. I should have got a glass of water. I just put a brick on it. Go and get one. I think I was B class when I started. I must have been B class. Not sure actually. No, I think I must have been B class because ELMS at that point, oh sorry, ILMS at that point was a B class thing, and I did some practice races in ELMS, ILMS. That's the one. Hadn't been for that Porsche reversing onto the track at the end of our split, of my stints. Just that's where the start of the "we're going faster than P3 5 laps down" came from. That's where that all started. Oh, I hate the GP circuit. Oh, slow. Just with a setup for the ring, the GP circuit is all just waiting for the understeer to go away. You turn, you wait for the understeer, and then you put the power on. Imagine your wheel not dying mid-race. Watch me getting off track over the chicane. Ooh, no. I had someone get so angry at me over here in one of the GT races. I can't remember exactly what happened, but... Oh yeah, the whole track's made of safety rating. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you do anything to lose your safety rating, you'll probably be dead. It's like Bathurst. I don't know which one I think's scarier. It used to be that I thought Bathurst was a lot scarier, but I'm not completely sure anymore. Right, we're still looking for sub 830s. I am really looking forward to Le Mans once LMDH is a thing. Also, I really hope that Ferrari takes up Charles Leclerc on his offer to that he wants to drive one of the hypercars. I really hope he takes that up. I don't know why McLaren isn't doing it though. I guess they've got their hands full with F1 and IndyCar. Yeah, like so many Le Mans winners coming back. both drivers and companies, but particularly the companies is what I mean. Like, we've got who are the ones we've got confirmed now? We've got Audi, Porsche, Ferrari, Peugeot, Toyota. We don't have Aston anymore. From what I've heard, the reason we don't have Aston anymore is because the Valkyrie was an Aston Martin Red Bull crossover project, but then when Aston Martin became their own F1 team and they stopped their oh, of course the Glickenhaus as well, yeah. But when Aston got their own F1 team and stopped being an F1 partner with Red Bull, I think that was the point when they stopped the Valkyrie. The thing is, when they present the Valkyrie as like a car for people to buy, they sort of talk about its connection to F1 and how much like an F1 car for the road is, and then they sort of get asked, right, so which bits of this come from the F1 car then? The answer's just none of them. And then the answer is, okay, so what have you learned from this that you can apply to your F1 cars? And the answer is, it was actually made by different people. Has nothing to do with our F1 team at all, which at that point was Force India when it started, and then Racing Point. It has everything to do with the Red Bull F1 team, which was originally Jaguar. But, yeah. Yeah, Aston's being a bit of a whiny little bitch this year. Not a great look, because they're basically saying that the rules are unfairly affecting them. And it's kind of tough shit. Like, that's what happens. You committed to a low-rake car last year. You were expecting to use it for 1 year, throw it away and start from scratch with the 2021 regs. And then the 2021 regs got pushed back. And now you have to deal with a car that is 2 years old. And, 2 years old and wasn't designed for the current regulations, has had to have bits snipped out of it. You know. Of course it's not going to be very good this year. Like, maybe they should have rebranded as Aston Martin from 2022, not 2021, and just regard this as a bit of a throwaway year. Yeah. I was looking at the Mercedes during the race today. I'm consistent with my fuel usage, that's exactly where he told me I had 5 laps less last time. I was looking at the Mercedes the other day and it looked like they were running higher rake than I've ever seen them running before. Like, you know, they were saying that they got an upgrade package which has significantly improved things for this weekend. I'm wondering if they've just done a whole bunch of tests and found that they can actually run slightly higher rake than they thought than the car was originally designed for, and it works. Because it does look like the back end's a bit higher up than normal. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely and utterly wrong, but that's my hot take. I reckon that Mercedes might now be running slightly higher rake. Yeah, Aston's being a whiny little bitch. N26, I'm getting close to Leon's time. What times were the CSS guys doing? Probably like 8:10s or something, right? Something ridiculous like that. I love that wheel slowing down on the rumblies sound. And I hate the Schumacher S's. Ooh, and I also hate whatever this called. 812, there you go. Thought so. I mean, that feels about right, honestly. Like, proportionally, percentage-wise, I'm probably still the same amount slower than them that I always am. Plus, I've only done about 4 complete laps. I've got a week to improve. Mostly to get more consistent. I like how Mazepin made us wait right to the end for the spin. Like he was really leading us on there. But those Hasses are so slow. God, they shouldn't even be on the track, honestly. They're just a roadblock. A moving chicane that occasionally sprays debris all over the track. What was it that they used to have? The 107% rule? Oh god. That could have gone horribly wrong. Only the most professional lines. I don't think they do anymore. Otherwise only Mercedes would have been running last year. Maybe they do, I don't know. Maybe the gaps are closer than I think. Right. They're so slow and unstable. And they have 2 rookie drivers in them. I wonder how much they're having to pay in replacement cars this year. Can we just talk about Lando Norris though? Because that guy has kind of snuck himself up from being sort of a mediocre driver, pretty okay driver, to like probably one of the fastest in the field now. Oh, okay. So I guess they must be running within that time then. I mean, to be fair, 7% is quite a lot. You know, if it's 100 seconds, it's about right for a lap at most circuits. Because, you know, it's 1 minute 40, it's in the right sort of ballpark. So that would be 7 seconds slower than everyone else in order to be, in order to not be allowed. But then Yuki failed to qualify, didn't he? So surely that comes under the 107 rule. This has been a slow-ass lap, which is good, because I'm still only a second down on my best, which means that I do have more time to get back. Imagine if failing to qualify meant that you actually didn't qualify to be a part of the race. Do I really need first through here, or can I just stick in second? I reckon second. I think second's better. I'm getting more used to the way this car flows. I'm just so used to the way the Ferrari works through here. Just leave it in fourth. And down to third here. That's probably about right. Third. Shouldn't put on the throttle there. And stay in third. Stay in third to quell the wheel spin. A little bit more third gear. Like it was still getting traction control there, so... I think it's that one where you can break the front end on this car. That is out and forced, isn't it? I can't remember. Yeah, I own a few of them. Like Brightshide, because I hate it. See, I still gained back time in spite of having a pretty rubbish lap. Still gained some time back. Corner number 5,170. Fuel. Huh. More than half fuel left. Hoping I've used a bit more than that. Oh, I'm top of the standings though. Yep. Oh, there'd be zero chance of Mazepin completing a lap, would there? That actually wasn't as slow as it could have been. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, still a 27, that's fine. And my laps should be getting faster because the fuel's going out of the car. At a rate of like tens of kilograms a lap. By the time on my last lap I should have what? Okay, so 70 kilograms of fuel, or 70 litres of about a kilogram, because it's pretty much water. A little bit lighter. I mean, we finish almost everything, to be fair. Oh, he says. I do not like the Schumacher S's. Or this corner, because, like, however early you brake, the apex is still earlier. We really should. That sucked. That really sucked. Bonk. Not bonk. Chat. Yeah, chat is not the thing to do while taking corners. Yeah, and the thing is, it only happens once a year. Oh well. Only another, what, 10 months till the next one? 9? I mean, sure, it's enough time to have a baby again, but you know. Yes, just on the day when there's a great big iRacing error that puts everyone in their own individual session. We'll win that one. Oh yeah. Master plan. Yeah, Motorsport Master Plan. Maybe I'll have an actual rig by then. Instead of an office chair held in with a piece of wood. I don't know. I mean, we bring in other people occasionally. I mean, basically it was you and Leon to start with, and then I joined. So you two are kind of the OGs. I'm sort of the second wave. Did I say somebody else? I meant you and Leon. I guess I'm the only one who's really stuck around. I don't know, I guess it might just be because I'm only really in it for the endurance stuff and I'm not particularly competing, I guess. Like, battling's fun and all. Most of the reason I'm here is just to do the events and enjoy them. So we have had the pace to win stuff. Could have won Monza, we could have won Sebring. We could have at least finished Daytona. What was it that happened at PLM again? I mean, I remember the mistake that I made, but did something else happen? Was that the first time your wheel disconnected, actually? Oh god, I don't even remember. My memory is so bad, honestly. Oh god, which one was it where I did 5 stints? Oh no, I didn't do 5 stints in a row, but I accidentally took over a set of old tyres and then kept using them. Ended up 5 stinting them. Exactly. Oh yeah, because we split into 2 teams, didn't we? This one's not going to be a good lap. It'll probably still be a sub 8:30, but it's not going to be a good lap. Then there was that really annoying spar where I spun it in my last stint. Oh, it was a 28.7, that's better than it could have been. The last sector really well. No, in the LMP2. I spun it all on my own. I mean, I was on cold tyres and heavy fuel. Yeah, good, you don't need to think about it. Just don't worry about it. Ah, that was a fun one. That was immediately after the stint with no force feedback. Like, I had no force feedback. Came into the pits, fixed my force feedback, went out and immediately spun it in the pit lane. That was a fun one. That was right back near the start, wasn't it? Oh god. Understeer. Strangely well, yes. Like, if I'd had a slide or a spin, I would not have been able to save it. But it was weird because I had to focus my eyes a lot more than usual. Because I'm doing a lot of this by feel, but obviously without feeling the wheel, you have to see every movement the car's making rather than feeling it. There have been a few times when I've done really well under weird circumstances. I was very pleased with my I'm not sure. Is that the one with the really long, annoying right-hander which scrubs your tyres off? Followed by the kink. Because I've definitely raced there, I can't remember if I've done an enduro there yet. But and basically the rule of thumb that I've been going by now is that I only really tend to race at tracks that I actually care about or enjoy. Yeah, I'm not a big Road America fan. Though our Sebrings have generally been terrible as well. That was much better. In the HPD, okay. Yeah, no, I definitely wasn't there for that. That's fine. That's where the apex is, right? It is definitely quicker to stay in second through the carousel. Okay. No. Come on. Come on, car. In line. Oh, well, it's hard to tell because your wheel died instead.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Only the most professional lines on this stream. That's the place where I feel I'm most likely to hit the wall. Yeah, I've definitely got better since this time last year. And I've also realised that the radical's just terrible. Like, it's just death, don't drive it. Ooh, rejected. Feels when you get rejected by a carousel. When carousel sound. Oh, than a sprint series race. Ah. Yes. Sorry, I've just caught that. Yeah. Not an endurance series race. Yep. And what do you know? 25.86. Yeah, boy, quick-ish. Your boy as quick as Leon, unless he's got quicker in the interim. I was pleased with my pace in Monza, because I was like less than a tenth slower than you two. I was happy to be up there, even though I didn't actually get the 26 in the end, but I got a 27.00. My pace has definitely improved. I mean, most of my I-rating is still from safety rather than speed. Just from finishing, persistent, let's say, not safety. But I've definitely got faster as well. I mean, it's not really saying much, is it? I was not quick at Lemons. I'm not the slowest driver in the practice session as often as I used to be. Yeah, I had 2 deaths at Lemons, I think. No, maybe 3. One of them was not my fault. Which was the big one. Like, the first lap when I got in the car, I went off through the curve after the Michelin curve and tapped the wall, but the car was fine. Didn't I murder somebody on the straight, though? Yeah, that was the Sunday morning curse, wasn't it? That was after spending the whole stint going, oh god, going straight lining Tetra Rouge. Imagine having a consistent line here. I got a snap of oversteer just there, and it was taking me toward the wall, so I backed out of it. For some reason I started at Mons. Like, I'm actually an okay starter in terms of keeping out of trouble. Like, I don't really tend to make moves and keep up with the front of the pack. But in terms of keeping out of trouble, I am... Oh yes, that was... Honestly, I'm amazed that I didn't get reported for that. Imagine having straight line speed. It was funny, but I don't think I'd risk the risk getting reported again. It was fun finding the best corner cutting strat though. Like finding the line that gives you enough speed to make up, to just about make up for the slowdown. Our car was so fucked. Eek. Everything's fine, just hold on. Braking early never seems to make any... Oh yeah. Braking early never seems to make any actual difference now. I still go just as wide. Should I do some night practice after this tank of fuel? I was really slow here last lap, so I might actually make... Yep, I was. This might actually be a fastest lap.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Eek! Yeah, I still reckon this is the place I'm most likely to crash in the race. It's just annoying that he isn't talking. Like, we've pinged him. Because, you know, he seems like a really nice guy, and he was good to race with. I understand if we're slower than the people he'd like to race with. It would just be nice if he'd tell us. Actually, this is going to be a fastest lap because I didn't get rejected by the second carousel this time round. Yeah, it's just annoying not knowing because, like, we didn't know that he wasn't going to do. Oh, what was the last one that we did that we were expecting him to do and then he didn't? So, was it Sebring? Yeah, it was Sebring, wasn't it? We didn't know that he wasn't going to do Sebring with us, like, on the day of the race. So, you know. It's nice to be able to schedule at least. It's messy as all fuck. Like, at least it'll be a 25 though. Yeah, that's consistency for you. 25. 2 25s in a row. Let's see if we can have a better GP circuit this time around. One thing I'm glad about is that we don't have to do that horrible loopy bit at the start of the GP circuit. I much prefer just doing the chicane. This corner goes on forever. You think you've hit the halfway mark, but you haven't. What, because we'll immediately die? We'll rustle ourselves. George! I was so hopeful for Monza. And then just everything happened. I was really looking forward to a good last lap battle, but then the guy just... Like, I looked back at the replay a bit more carefully and noticed he actually braked before pulling out. So either he was taking avoiding action to miss the GTE, or he was just being a terrible driver. But either way, he shouldn't have pulled out on me like that. But I could have avoided him. Well, no, I couldn't have avoided him by the time I saw what he was doing. But I was already committed by that point. So I should have anticipated that he'd probably do something dumb like that and just try to take the run up the start-finish straight, but he'd probably have just killed me in T1, to be honest. I was really having a lot of fun with those last few laps. Hey, imagine actually making the apex. Oh. Quite something. Apexes from apexes. Oh yeah. Like, I don't feel too bad about how shitty I was driving in that race because, you know, it was quite literally a meme race. Shit, I was looking at chat. Don't do that in the middle of a corner, you know this. I mean, I know that the whole Nordschleife is a corner, pretty much. I don't think we were overall last. But we were beaten by some of the jetters. Definitely quicker in third through there. But no one would ever build a track that's just one long corner. Just imagine the racing! It would be terrible! There wouldn't be any braking zones! Ah! What kind of dumbass would build a circuit like that? This car! Itchy nose. Worst place to get an itchy nose. How do astronauts cope? Or fighter pilots? How can they cope with not being able to scratch their noses? F1 drivers can open their helmets. Astronauts and fighter pilots can't. That's true. I reckon that's the place where I'm most likely to destroy the car. If there's one wall you're going to find me in, it's that one. Oh no! Saved it. The gentle braking strats. Okay, now I can scratch my nose. Ah, that's better. Yeah, it's just that's the spookiest section for me. I don't know where Leon's having to go down to first. I really can't think of many places where you have to do that around here. I need to box this lap anyway. I'll just go past the line and take my lap time and run. Actually, no, I've lost it. Oh no. Okay, so you have to brake a bit earlier than that. Let's do a little bit of nighttime. While you were gaming. Time of day. 8. Selected starting time is after sunset and there's no stadium lights available at the track. Race at your own risk. Yeah. You're gonna have to do that in the lightning. The racetrack is always lit, not if you go to an actual circuit. Right. Dork. Let me get into the spirit of it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, look how pink I look. Look, it highlights my... Yeah, gotta get into it while it's dark. Camera is having a hard time working out how to bounce the light on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, when I turn the lights off, I suddenly go all pink. Like since I've only got the light from the monitor. That's the thing is, this is a weird thing about monitors. Since they only actually use 3 colours, like a monitor can only actually display 3 colours. It can display red, green, and blue. Which means that even if like, it just displays them in different proportions to make the colours that you're actually looking at. But that only works when you're looking straight at it. Because the light coming out of it is still only in the red, green, and blue wavelengths. Which means that it only interacts with surfaces that it reflects off as red, green, or blue. So in the case of me here, you can see that I look mostly white with some pink bit. Because like it doesn't have, even though the screen is like a natural colour right now, everything coming out of it is still red, green, or blue. And my skin is out of those is only really good at reflecting the red bit. Which is why I suddenly look so pink. Now I don't have any light coming from other things, because the my actual lamp, that shines orange. It shines lots of wavelengths, it's quite neutral. So it reflects off your skin in quite a natural way. But light from monitors does not look like light from the real world. Quite interesting, actually. Or I think it is, anyway. We've definitely done a Nordschleifer Enduro. Oh no, maybe not. No, I guess we haven't. I was thinking I normally only buy a track when there's a race immediately on that track. But actually I think I bought the Nordschleifer because I knew that we were going to be doing the 24 hours. It's next weekend, isn't it? Or is it later than that? It's the 18th now. I think it's the 20-something, isn't it? So it must be next weekend. I thought so. That's why I started practicing. Yeah, I think so. It's generally the best slot for all of us. Oh, piss off. Right, let's go and survive the ring. Pretty sure I know the track well enough by now that I can make it round in the dark. He says, and immediately brakes and downshifts into a corner that you only have to lift for. Come on, rhythm. It can be a bit hard to get a rhythm with an Nordschleifer just because, like, on most tracks your rhythm only has to be 1 or 2 minutes long. At the Nordschleifer your rhythm is 8 minutes long. Daylight savings is annoying. Like, we have it too in the UK. And it's just annoying. I don't know how much of the world actually uses it. The Indy 500 is the one oval race that a lot of street racers or circuit racers, road racers is what I mean, seem to actually be interested in. Yeah, and then there's the Bathurst 1000, isn't there? In the supercars. Oh, this is gonna be fun when we've got GT4s and TCRs, and there won't be any Porsche Cups in our split, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure I would either, to be honest. I'm a bit of a Vettel, I like a planted rear end. Oh, solid rear end, are you? Ooh, Suzuka 10-hour, what cars? Is that in GT3s? I should definitely get a Suzuka in that case. Thought it would be. Because yeah, I think it's the Super 300s class is actually GTs. Or GT3s, I mean. And then the Super 500 class is what used to be... That's the class that used to be amalgamated with DTM, except that DTM has switched to GT3s this year because they didn't have any manufacturer interest anymore. I think they should have switched to keep the GTE category alive. There you go. Would have made it a bit more interesting than just more GT3s. Yeah. I would have been much more interested if it was GTEs. Yep, GT4s, slow GT3s. What's that? Then they introduced this weird GT 2.5 or something category? I don't even know, it seems to have died already. But yeah, everything's a GT3 now. It makes a lot of sense from a cost-effectiveness standpoint. I'm just a GTE fan, so I like GTEs. They're a bit more powerful, they've got a bit more downforce. They're more comfortable to drive over longer periods, and they don't have ABS. I mean, the GT, I mean, as you keep adding the numbers, they get slower and slower. So once you get to like GT7, you're just in like 1 litre 3-cylinder Ford Fiestas, but with a wing bolted on the back. Yep. GT10, you just get out and run. GT11 is wheelbarrow racing, so like, you pick up the other person by the legs and they run on their hands. So how much counts as track state? Is it just the track temperature and rubbered-inness, or can you incorporate other things in it? Like, there's a lot of things which could be a part of the state of a track. Like, I reckon the weather is part of track state. But how about night? The track state is currently dark. The track state is currently full of other cars getting in my way. Maybe everything's the track state. Yes, this track state is rubbish because it's the Nürburgring GP circuit. Like that's the current track state. The current track state is Nürburgring GP. I think it's a terrible track state, personally. That's going to be an off-track. Off-track is really annoying. Game's really annoying. Ever got to slow down like before. Oh, it didn't hook up that time. Oh, goddamn track state. That track state was the Flugplatz. That was the state of the track at that point. Terrible track state. This is one of the other places I'm very likely to get off track. Or go into the wall even. There's just a couple of danger spots for me around the North. Breichscheid isn't really one of them anymore. That is the hill immediately after Breichscheid. Yes, the current track state is I'm on it. If I can still do a sub 840 in the dark, then I'll be happy. I should be able to go reasonably quick because it's like the extra grip from the cool temperatures ought to balance out the not being able to see where I'm going a bit. I mean, really I should know where I'm going by... Well, I do know where I'm going, but you know what I mean. I don't have my normal markers to aim for. Though actually most of the time I'm not really using markers. I just sort of have a flow that I'm going through. But things like that, I'm absolutely using that curve as a brake marker. And there's a few spots where I am going visually, and those spots I'll be slower in the dark. Oh, I use all sorts of things for brake markers. The boards are very rarely in the right place for me. Like in at the Bathurst 12 hours, there was and at Spa actually. In both of those, there's a patch of dirt on the racing line at the perfect spot for me to brake. And I use access roads or side walls or all sorts of things. And in some corners I'm just doing it off feel. Like that one, I'm using the end of that yellow text on the ground as my marker. I have no idea what it is.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
And this corner at the end of here, like the last chicane, I brake halfway through the dark patch of tarmac after the first kink. I'll show you the one that I mean. You could probably brake at at the end of that patch, but I like to keep it safe, so I brake about halfway through it, or sometimes even at the start of it, depending. See, up here, through here flat, dark patch. It all comes by very quickly. It seems quicker when I'm trying to demonstrate it. 25:40, but I do think I had an off track, didn't I? I don't have a brake marker for the first corner. I just go for halfway between the first and second boards. my brake marker on the on that corner is that end of that line of cones. Here it's just after the start of that rumble bit on the left. I didn't realise how many brake markers I have actually. Here I brake part way through that access road normally. I was a bit early that time. Here I just brake whenever it feels right, which is normally too early, especially in the dark. Then through the S's I brake halfway between the second and third marker boards, which are the 100 and the 50 marker board. And then I turn in, get an off track, and carry on. I don't know where I brake there, I just brake and it tends to work. Same here, I don't have a marker, I just brake. This one's not a brake, it's a lift about here. This one I brake at the end of this text, and then lift off through the apex and then back on again. This part I just sort of flow through, I don't really have any markers. And then there's no more braking points for a while. Over the ridge, lift off, back on the power just after the apex, do a few experimental taps to make sure the nose is going to stay in line. Then over here, big lift right in the bottom of the dip. So this dip here, lift, turn, back on the throttle over the hill, and then brake at the line. Brake at the tarmac transition. And here, brake just before that board and mess it all up. This is my messiest part. So I'm reading chat. Hello, Leon. I'm just trying to run through where my braking markers are. I don't know which curve you mean, but I imagine I'll work it out next lap. This one brake just before the tarmac transition. The back end likes to try and step out and then just brake in the right place there. This one, second board on the left. This one, start of the curb on the right. And then here, start of the dark bit on the road surface. And it's the end of this stripy curb here. And then this one's halfway between the two advert boards on the right. Okay, one of them's actually a warning board, which is a little too early, but I suck at that corner anyway. And the next braking zone is in Bravery Corner, where I brake right at the end of the little bit of runoff at the right. It is absolutely not flat in this. Fifth gear all the way up the hill, end of this, brake, turn, feed the throttle back in again. You can use a little bit of runoff on the right again there. That runoff's kind of hidden, so it looks like you don't have any leeway, but then brake at the yellow text, but then it turns out you actually do if you do run off. Here it's this kink here. I've never made bravery with a lift. Here is the start of this curb, a little sooner. And then this whole section you just flow through. Oh, and in the dark you go completely off, over to the side, through the grass. Might have noticed him doing some nighttime practice. Oh yeah, I have... Stop looking at chat in the middle of corners. Bad. Bad. No. Stop it. Yeah, I've never made bravery without braking in this car. I could try it next lap. It's not going to go well. Oh, I forgot which part of the track I was on for a moment. I am reading chat. That was flat all the way through, or it was supposed to be. I was busy reading chat, so I completely and utterly just forgot to take my lines. I don't think I've ever really got a bad entry into the carousel. Like, I don't aim for a billboard, I aim for the carousel itself. And then there's a bit where the curb on the right just peaks in. And that's where I brake. This has been a terrible lap. How about I shut up next lap? See if I can actually do a decent lap. Like, I've done a 25.4 this session. I did a 25.8 the hot earlier. And then I decided to switch to night practice. Right, let's shut up and just drive the track this time. That was a bad lap. Third gear corner, not second. Come on, you know this. Brake too early there. I'm just not a fan of the GP circuit as a whole. Get through there. bit messy in the middle. Oh, I was way too late on the lift. Jesus, I started looking at chat and I fucked it. Like, did you see... It's a shame that you have to do an outlap. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an outlap, and then after the outlap I'm going to turn off that monitor, and then we'll see if it's actually me getting distracted by chat or if it's me just being terrible. Let's see if I'm just making excuses for myself. I'm also going to be on quite high fuel. I have been distracted. I always brake too early here, but then it's such an understeery corner. Oh, piss off with your off track. Like, I didn't hit the cone. He actually made it to lap 62 of 63 and then spun. While in dead last, obviously. He was involved in a crash with Latifi right near the start, but that wasn't his fault, unfortunately. It was a crazy race. It was one hell of a race. It was a roller coaster ride from start to finish. Definitely better to lift early there than late. Lift early and you're a little slow on the apex. Lift late and you're in a wall. Holes tires. Please don't tell me that you're managing to not lift a GT3 in the fluke flats. Surely. I mean, I haven't watched the setup videos, so I don't know what the pros are doing. Yes, the speedrun strats. Nürburgring Nordschleife N24 any percent. I mean, to be fair, at the Bahrain Grand Prix, Mazepin did finish first. What the fuck am I doing? I'm reading chat again. Yeah, I mean, he finished first. He was the first to finish. He finished first. Huh? What more is there to it than that? I don't understand. How the fuck do you do this? Only a lift. Okay, I think I can see it actually, because I barely touched the brake that time. Though I think sometimes it's faster to use the brake than to lift, because using the brake can pull the nose in. Oh no. Reject. It's an outlap, it doesn't count. None of this lap counts, right? Just so we're on the same page. Outlaps never count. My nose so itchy. Oh yeah! Box every lap for new tyres. That is the strat. Oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to do the outlap again. Which won't count, obviously. So, I need to start blacklisting certain parts of the track as bits of track I'm not allowed to look at Twitch chat in. Brace yourselves, it's going to be another 8 minutes until I get to do the Oh yeah, whole stint of outlaps, here we come. Third gear corner. I still know that's a third gear corner. Why do I keep going to second in that corner? It's a third gear corner. Why don't I reset halfway? If I exit the car, it puts me halfway on the Nordschleife a bit. What? Head? But like, how do you put the car back on the track? I don't know how to do anything other than just go back to the... Probably also just getting a bit tired to be practicing. Hooray! My focus is definitely dropping off. Schumacher S's. Bono, my focus is gone. Right, you know what? I'm going to turn off chat now. There you go, I can't see chat anymore. far as I'm concerned, it's just me now. Me and my off tracks. Just a little. Nibble. Not a munch, just a nibble. Oh fuck. No. No, it's time to stop for the evening. That's enough. That's enough practice for tonight. It is like on from the... I was doing a focus and a focus failed me. Yeah, it's 11:15. Yeah. Hey. Anyway. I will definitely be back doing more of that. The thing is, I've got a week to get ready for the actual event, so I will definitely be doing more. I imagine that I imagine that DRS will... Yes. So I will probably be doing a lot of that this... Anyway, yep. Time for me to... around. See if I look quite so tired in the... There you go, I don't look anywhere near as tired in action. Right. Oh, you can tell my nose is it. Pollen time. Yeah. Allergies.